Perfect. So hi, thank you for the introduction, Martin. So product manager, Hollie Jamison, and I've been at 2IC Care now for nearly 2 years and developing the Andi solution. So really excited to show you guys and tell you about what we're doing. So to do like quite a high level overview for those of you that don't know our product. So Andi is, we like to call it like a one solution, a one size fits all. Because we do the Andi dispersed alarm unit. So it is a dispersed alarm unit that connects to the ARC using Scape. We also connect via 3 connectivity methods, Ethernet, Wi-Fi, and SIM, which I will touch on a little bit more in the presentation. And one of the real great benefits is we connect to any peripheral type from multiple manufacturers. So we don't actually manufacture our own devices, we just manufacture the hub. That's actually manufactured in Wales, in the UK, in Sony UK Technology Centre. But yeah, so we have to collaborate with the best of the best. So without collaboration, we wouldn't have a product, because we have to collaborate with other device partners. So that's something that's really exciting and really different about us. And we also have our software platform as well. So this is a real centralized view of all care, health and wellbeing data. So from the devices that are paired and added to the Andi package for the service user, everything is centralized in one place. And again, we'll talk about a bit more about centralization later on in the presentation. But again, one of our other things as well, so customizable, actionable insights. I know we talk about actionable insights in this industry quite a lot, but I think the customization part is really key. So we have a dedicated rules engine that people can really customize things. So bringing different data types from lots of different sources into the rules engine and being able to sort of manipulate that into what you need it to be for a certain person. Now also, so I mean, preventative care is our absolute special sauce, but I really wanted to highlight at the start that we do both that reactive piece, which is what's been around in our industry for a really long time and will always probably have a place, but trying to move into that preventative side as well by using and soaking up more data. So why is Andi different? So as I said, so interoperability is really important to us. So we believe that we are truly interoperable because that comes from being able to connect to multiple different devices from multiple sources, but also using multiple connectivity types. So we have, we can do RF869, we can do Wi-Fi devices. It's not something that people are tending to use a lot at the moment, but we're starting to look at them to try and see what we can bring on board. Zigbee, which is being used a bit now, and also Bluetooth. So by being able to open up that choice, it makes it really flexible for the customer who's procuring our solution, but also for the service user as well. And I think as technology becomes slightly more modern in our, especially in our space, that's going to really benefit a lot of our customers. So the personalization piece is really, really key for us. So we talk about personalization a lot as well, but you really need to have that true interoperability to be able to personalize care packages or technology packages. So one of the things about us is as I said, our rules engine. So and obviously we can do a demo if people really want to deep dive into that, but being able to take devices from different sources and be able to pick out their data types and to really build a picture. So for example, if someone's had a fall and also there's a cooking incident, to be able to pair those within a rule is really valuable for the operator or whoever's receiving that alarm call. The robustness as well. So I obviously touched on the fact that we connect via Ethernet, Wi-Fi, and SIM. We find that to be really important, especially, we've talked a little bit about rural areas this morning before the webinar. It's really, really key when people are in a place of fluctuating SIM signal. A SIM alone probably wouldn't be strong enough to keep that person connected. So to have that sort of method of switching between and finding the strongest one to remain connected is really important to us. And you can see on the screen, actually, it says that we use defense grade technology. Now, I'm not going to go into that in deep dive today because we don't have enough time, but our technology is proven in the defense space. And there's a lot of things that are common within our industry which match that. So, for example, being in rural areas is one of those. We really pride ourselves on never losing a message in our technology, but also the ability to connect to multiple different things. So that's where our technology comes from. It's proven. But if you want to find out more about that, obviously you can contact us and I can bore you to death with it all day long. And then the last thing as well is that to really mention, obviously, we talk about preventative care and Andi can do so much, but for the users or the people that are really early on in their stage of their digital journey, Andi can be used just for that digital dispersed alarm unit as that initial sort of analog to digital switch. We do have packages that can really help to tailor to what you guys need. So don't worry so much about, oh my gosh, we're not ready for all this new technology. You can really do it quite simply to start with, but our message is getting that foundation and getting the Andi Hub as the foundation, and then you can build on that as you go and over multiple years as well. So this is just a visual example really of all the stuff I've just been talking about. So what we call true connected care. So the ability to have, so on the left-hand side, you see 3 different devices from 3 manufacturers with 3 different connectivity types. And that is really, something that we find really key. And it's really important for service users as well. The end user that receives the product, it's quite common that you could have a digital dispersed alarm unit that's doing the reactive piece. Then you may have another system that's layered on top of that to do the proactive piece or the lifestyle monitoring. And then you may have something else that does health monitoring as well. What we're saying is, get that foundation in and you can build upon that and do lots of different things with one solution. So centralization is really key for that. The service user, it's a better experience if they've got one solution to deal with. And then obviously it's about the connectivity methods, and then the fact that you can connect to the Arc, you can connect to your family and friends. It's just that true connected care, really. And then lastly, so our integration with Skyresponse, I'm really excited about this one. I think it's really great collaborating with the best of the best. We've had a really simple and quick integration. Now, all of this isn't coming from just me as well. So we have our technical partners who support us with integrations and software development. And they've really enjoyed the integration here. It's been really simple and quick, which makes life easier for our mutual customers. And also, they've really been impressed by the software as well and said that it's got great support for encryption. So that's been a big tick. But the main thing for me as the product manager is that we have this continuous collaboration to enhance our mutual customer success. So my background is working in the ARCs and the alarm receiving centres and managing the team, the teams. So I understand how important it is to have real good centralization and really easy to use systems. So you don't want to be using Skyresponse for something else and then using something else for something else. You want it all to become really sort of linear. So I think that, I've got some really good meetings coming up with the Skyresponse customer success team to try and enhance that customer experience and sort of reduce duplication and all of that stuff. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. And then the next thing would be if you want to scan the QR code on the screen, you can find out a bit more about Andi, a bit more about our integration with Skyresponse and how you can, take on that smooth process and get using both of us. Thank you.